Too much West Coast in my blood, got that cut off, go ghost in my blood, got that don't try, cause ain't no hoe in my blood, got that. Ay.
What's up? Welcome back to Rap Money. I'm your host, Ambitious, and today I want to talk about Kendrick breaking some records. So, a record previously set by Eminem in 2019 in Australia. He actually set the record for the highest earning tour show as a single show at one event, and that was $9 million flat. I think it might have been just a little bit over it. But Kendrick, I guess, on his first show of his tour, beat Eminem's record at 9.1 million. It was a little bit more than 9.1 million, so they're probably, it's probably equals out to about an extra $100,000 that he made over Eminem, which is crazy impressive. I mean, we do have Kendrick, we do have SZA, both on the same stage, two huge artists, both recently released albums. So, I mean, it's a recipe for a win automatically. But if that wasn't even enough, he actually broke his own record either the night before or the night after that at pulling in $9.4 million in one single night. So for two events, that was almost $19 million in 2 nights, which of course it all ain't going straight in your pocket, straight in your bank account, but that is impressive, especially for somebody who we haven't even heard drop any album besides this GNX. Before this GNX album, before the beef, Kendrick was silent. So for somebody just to kind of pop back up and literally just go exceed all expectations of everybody kind of counted Kendrick out at first in the beginning of the beef anyway, but all Kendrick has done is prove, and I really respect that. Mouth closed, all action. That's great. I did want to talk a little bit about the production, kind of how the tour was looking. A lot of people are uploading videos on YouTube showing that the tour, the shows, a couple of the songs, how it's starting and things like that, how he is, with the dancers and all that. So I did want to talk about that. The production is a little bit similar to how the Super Bowl was, as far as like they have the stage kind of set up as like the O, the triangle, the square. He's actually been rocking an X chain, so maybe that makes him the X, because I know they were kind of trying to play off like a game controller, like a PlayStation controller kind of thing, which also relates to the Super Bowl. So I did notice that was kind of cool. Also in the Euphoria, when he kind of starts that one and the stage kind of opens up, there's actually one of those street light poles like on the side of him, which is kind of almost the same from the production of the Super Bowl. So I like how they kind of mixed it in. I'm pretty sure they had most of the stuff for the tour already kind of figured out. So I'm guessing that they probably just bring that over into the Super Bowl. Basically like a little glimpse. So the Super Bowl was basically a small glimpse of what we're going to get, at the tour. But a lot more like production. He's recording like videos and like setting things up like on the full stage. You see a huge screen that just plays, things that are going to enter into the next song, or, usher in the next song. So I definitely think that that's cool. I personally, I'm from the Bay Area, so I like that he's putting the Bay Area culture in with, he's basically representing California as a whole. Because I see, like the dancers, especially like in the Peekaboo videos, any type of production or any type of the shows that he does with the Peekaboo, he always throws the Bay Area in there. And I also noticed on stage that he actually had the Little Trees air fresheners, and it actually said Mac Dre on it. Basically, like if it was hanging down from a, rear view mirror, and it has like the little dice on the side of it. So I thought that was cool and respectable. I also kind of don't know exactly what that means as far as like why he would put the Mac Dre up there. I know he is kind of trying just to represent California as a whole and just kind of like pay homage to people. So maybe it's just as simple as that. But yeah, definitely something that I noticed that I was like, oh, what the hell? It literally says like Mac Dre on there. Like, that's wild. I didn't expect to see that. Personally, to end off the video, my favorite was the Euphoria set. I don't know, something about that song. I honestly think that was that was the best song in the beef. It aged like crazy. Most of the quotables that we quote today, what is it, the braids, all that, Euphoria. Euphoria was just that hit that I don't think it got enough. People didn't have enough time to dwell on it because it was early in the beef. It was kind of the thing that was like, okay, we're doing this back and forth thing now. So I feel like people didn't dwell on it too much because, they were constantly dropping back to back after that. So I think it kind of got like, but if you listen to that song, and I think that's why he's trying to promote that song. I think that's why he performed it at the Super Bowl. He knows like this song is the one. I feel like Kendrick really thought that song was the song that was just going to be like, you can't respond to that. You really can't respond to that. But Drake did, and the back and forth, so I think it got lost a little bit. Because I know everybody just like, not like us. But that Euphoria one was personal. It was everything. It was like the beat was in your face. The beat switches, like that was my favorite one. So that was definitely my favorite part of the show. I like how he opens it soft. Everything kind of opens up, and then boom, beat drop, fire's throwing up in the air. It is definitely going crazy. And also how he opened Euphoria is basically like he has a set where they're like shooting like a mini, skit, and basically like Kendrick's talking to the girl, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna open up this fortune cookie, you want to see what it says? And he's like, no, I don't care about no fortune cookie. And she opens it, and it says, no lies about me, no truths about you. So I definitely think that was a cool, interesting way to like bring in that song, or like, introduce the song that it was going to come up. And then he left that on the stage. So, just all props to Kendrick and the team that he got. I definitely think that they have incredible visions. There's a lot of great minds over there, just, really putting in work and making everything meaningful. And I think that's a good direction for us to go, just as a whole, a culture, a media, everything. So yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that Kendrick did break Eminem's record. So, and I think he's only done 3 or 4 shows. He has 36 left, 35, 36 shows left. So we could be back tomorrow saying he broke something else. But yeah, that's all for today. Appreciate you guys for watching. This is Rap Money. I am ambitious. Peace.